another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech.
Darling. It's the ginger, darling. It's the ginger. What's going on to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey? What's your tea, darling? What's your tea? I know you have all of your crumpets together, darling, because it's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech. What's up? Listen, babies, listen, honey. Oh, it's Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, honey. It's MLK weekend. What are you doing for your MLK? Now, I got a few theories about this because, you know, everybody's so, oh my God, black folk. And the white folk who love to take advantage of the black folk. You know, we love to find a goddamn reason to just party, honey. We love to find a reason to party. And even though this thing say MLK weekend, child, ain't shit going on, got nothing to do with MLK. Everything, honey, ain't got shit to do with protesting, marching, civil rights. It ain't got shit to do with nothing that this man done stated that his life emulated. You know, or I mean, that his life stood for, that his life was about, you know, the creed and what he has brought to the civilization of us as a people here in this country. Nothing that is going on in this world, honey, I mean, on this weekend, is going to be indicative of celebrating him. Okay. So having said all that, honey, what you doing? Okay. Me, I'm not doing too much of anything special. You know, because, hey, I could take it or leave it, but we do have an event, the Passionate Riders Car Club, that myself and Nikki and Big Red and his wife Cupcake, they're the founders. We have our coming out event tomorrow. Now we have a little soiree. But again, I ain't got nothing to do with MLK. This is about us introducing ourselves to the car club or whatever. I think marketing-wise, we took advantage of the fact that it was MLK weekend because we know people are going to be in town and et cetera, et cetera. As a matter of fact, let me put my banner up here now, because if you guys want to support Passionate Riders, if you're out of town and not going to be in the Atlanta area, if you're not here or not thinking on being here, you want to come and support us and things of that nature, honey, the bands are only $10. Do I got any bands around here? Y'all know the little silicone little wristbands everybody be wearing? Yeah, for the car club culture, honey, that's what we do. We get wristbands, and, you know, that way we hang them on our jackets and stuff and show that we are in support of one another versus buying tickets and all that jazz. So, you know, if you would like to, they're $10. And you see this cash app right here, Passionate Riders. Okay, put Unc T or Storm in the notes. I got to rechange that because y'all could put one of ours up in here. Unc T, Storm, or Red in the notes. Let me redo that banner because when we last did it, when I first did it, Red wasn't here. And so Storm and I were just here talking, and we were trying to get you guys to come on in. And then let me capitalize this so that y'all can see it. Okay. $ Passionate Riders, and put in the notes either Okay, Auntie, that's me. Okay, Storm or Big Red. Okay, so that way that lets us know that you're supporting us and things of that nature, and we'll show that one. Okay, I'll get rid of the other one. Yeah. Okay. So there you have it. Put that in the box and let us know. And that way, honey, you can still support if you want your band, because some people like Storm's daughter. I finna say, yeah, and I want to call her Aunt Nikki, but I say Storm. But Storm's daughter, Keisha. Keisha came and she got her band and carried on, honey, and I went on about her business. But she said, no, I want a band because I wear mine and this, that, and other. So we gave, so if you want your bands, honey, we'll mail them to you and things. So just make sure that you inbox me and let me, send me your information and things so we can get the band out to you, okay? So that there is what we're doing. Oh, wait a minute. Later, what you say? My first 3-day weekend in a long time. Okay, I understand. Oh, but you know what? Um, Wait a minute. Was it us? Were we getting Martin Luther King, or were we getting Juneteenth? I know my job just sent us uh, a memo saying that we got a new paid holiday that they're actually going to pick up, but I forgot if it was MLK or if it's Juneteenth. It's one of the two. But I thought that I said, oh well, okay, cute. But that there was good. So I'm going to take advantage of it because I go back to the donut factory on Monday, which is the actual day, the government day, of the celebration. So yeah. So what do you guys got up for the weekend, honey? Put in the comments, let us know what you got going on, if anything, for the weekend. And then do this. Tell me, what does this mean to you? Um what does this mean to you? MLK weekend. Um Yeah, what does it mean? What does it mean? Huh? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sitting up here typing. Somebody's hitting me up on Facebook Messenger. What does the MLK weekend mean to you, if anything? And don't be afraid if you say, child, it means absolutely nothing, because that's fine. If it doesn't mean anything to you, it doesn't. If you're someone who feels as though it should, what should it mean? Okay. What should it mean? Let us know, and we can have that as part of the discussion. Um, yo, what's up? What's up, Mr. Perry? Michael Perry. What's going on, baby? Thanks for coming up in here. Miss Lola. Lola's up in here. Lola Lauren. Hello, Lola. You've been gone for a little minute, sweetie. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad that you had time to come on by. Okay. Rhoda is up in there. Hey, Rhoda. Okay, that's the team. So listen, let's get into this because I want to start off because this just made the headlines today and everybody's talking about it, about Tiffany Haddish being arrested for allegedly having a DUI here in Atlanta. And I'm having issues with it because here's the thing. It made headlines that she was arrested for allegedly drunk driving, right? The report says that the police are responding to a call that someone was nodding out or asleep at the wheel, right? Now, from someone who has torn up 2 cars because I fell asleep at the wheel, I understand what that means, okay? And how that happens. And see, before I got my glasses, I did not realize that I have a slight astigmatism in both of my eyes. And what I thought was my body just being tired, it was actually my eyes were tired and my eyes shut down. Okay. I learned that from taking the eye exam and carrying on. Um, so in this particular case, they said that they are responding to a call that someone was asleep at the wheel and blah, blah. When they came up on her, they said, now this is what the reports are saying. they assumed that she was probably smoking marijuana, and that they had arrested her for a DUI, driving under influence. However, they said probably, which means that they did not have an adequate test to say that this was what it was. They never said what her breathalyzer was, if anything, because y'all know when everybody gets arrested, honey, for DUI, the breathalyzer, all on the news was she blew a .8 something on the, and it would have been that. None of that was said. So now what I'm curious about is that considered to be suspicion or what? Because there's no proof of it. You know what I'm saying? So what is that? And will these charges be able to stick with her? Now that there is something. But Tiffany, in her interview on Entertainment Tonight, she was telling everyone, she said, listen, I'm going through some things right now. She was very close with Bob Saget, and him passing. She said one of her mentors passed, and her little dog of 13 years, passed. So, she's dealing with all of that, and it's just a rough time for her right now. So if she's going to have a cocktail or hit a blunt or whatever she does for grieving purposes, okay, being behind the wheel and them saying that she was falling asleep or whatever, we don't know if it was marijuana or the alcohol or what. And like I said, they never said that or never said anything in the initial report about a breathalyzer or anything. So I'm assuming that they didn't do one or that she wasn't drunk. And that you're assuming that she was under the influence of marijuana. Okay, because they said they assumed that that's what it was. They don't know. Okay, so what is your proof outside of getting a blood drawn or whatever? And having her take a drug test. So that's very interesting. I just want to send up my prayers, just praise reports for her to come through this on the winning end. And if she get a fine for it or whatever, okay. Like she said, I'm going through some things, and this is one of those, that falls up under people make mistakes umbrella and things of that nature, because she could have easily called a cab or a Uber or, but maybe she didn't feel like it or whatever, maybe because it was early, it was like 3:00 in the morning. We don't know if she was coming from the set, because she is down here filming a movie, so we don't know what that is. And this whole assuming thing that's just very peculiar to me. Very, 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 very peculiar. Okay. So yeah, Ro, what you say, MLK weekend, I would be chillaxing, watching sports. Oh, you're a sports fanatic, yeah. Okay. Buck is up in here. Hey, Buck, what's going on? Now listen, honey. I got a couple things I want to get into this evening. It's going to be kind of heavy, but I think it's something that we need to sit down and talk about. Okay. I want you guys to go on your YouTube, and I want you guys to type in Hulk Smash. Okay. And I want you to get I think it's Hulk Smash 2. That's the one. I want you guys to look at that. It's about 38 minutes long. That there is part 2 of this documentary on this bodybuilder. His name is Kevin Washington, but they call him the Hulk, right? But I want you guys to get into that because I found that to be a fascinating piece of film work, particularly with his story and telling his story. Okay. Of how he killed his dad and this, that, and the other, and why that came to be, and how those things led up to him becoming a bodybuilder. Okay. And why he took that so seriously and takes it seriously. But it's very interesting. I want you guys to go and watch that, because after watching that, it brought me to a topic that I want to take on here. And that topic is, how is it or when is it that males or men are going to stop hurting themselves in order to get away from trying not to be like their dads? I'll explain in a minute. Y'all know, and I'm going to use the Black community because that's the only one that I know. Okay, intense, intently, um, and intimately, because I'm a black man. But there's too many of us um, who deal or have come up in an upbringing where if there was a two-parent household, the father was always abusive, some kind of, substance abuser, whether it was alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, and a combination of whatever. Um, we always seem to have those kinds of stories. Okay. It's almost as if it's a rite of passage for us, to where we are in this particular place of having to defend ourselves, or our masculinity is always questioned, or we have, our fathers were considered to be real men's men, and carrying on. But yet the narrative that a lot of us have is that we come from places where our fathers were uh um uh abusive, you know very firm, very, 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 very rigid, very, 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 okay. And so with when you're dealing with boys, you know I know in my case, being that I'm the firstborn, and being that I am a gay man, I know when my father started seeing those traits, or those my behavior and my characteristics, that offended him in some regards. So now it's all about trying to make sure I ain't a sissy and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But yet my father was a very abusive man. Okay, y'all have heard me tell the stories all the time. But what is that? Because I'm from the east side of Detroit. Okay, I was born and raised in Detroit, honey, and got my younger years. Um, were my single digit years was east side, right at no up until I was about 12. Yeah, 12, 13. Because then right after that is when we moved to the west side and stayed west. Okay. Uh so the east side of Detroit just seemed like that was a pattern, that men were just very, very, very abusive. And I'm trying to sit down and put into play the type of upbringing that they had, because like dealing with their grandfathers, I mean their fathers, our grandfathers, dealing with their fathers, if their fathers was in the home or not. I know my grandfather was a motherfucker. Okay, he was a motherfucker. Okay, but I had to realize that him being who he was indicative of his upbringing, coming from the South, being a dark-skinned man. And my grandfather was very color struck. Didn't want none of his boys to have dark-skinned women, honey. He wanted them to be light-skinned, light, or have, light, bright, almost white, or white, period. You know what I'm saying? And I had to understand. It took me. I didn't get it until last year or so, because somebody said something to me that we had to understand his upbringing and what that meant for him, because what he was doing was trying to prepare his sons for success. Because in his day, dark skin wasn't a success. That was always the talk about. That was always the bottom of the barrel. So to prepare his sons, I don't want y'all doing that, because I'm trying, And when I got into that, though that's a hard pill to swallow, it started to make sense. You know, he did the best that he could, that he knew how to do in his time. And then, of course, my grandmother, being that it was that whole color purple syndrome kind of thing in that household, because my grandmother was many years younger than my grandfather. Okay, to where he married her young, and basically was quote unquote raising her. You heard that a lot, especially in the South, where men who get these little wives or whatever, they're wives, but yet they raise them at the same time, so they treat the wife like a child, with wife benefits or with wifely duties. You know what I'm saying? And carry it on. So that was my household, because my grandmother had 12 children. I'm told she would have had 14. but she had lost a set of twins, and I never got a chance to ask her about that because I thought that was a little too personal, for me to come get into her business like that. However, um, trying to get into that mindset. So now the question becomes, how do we break the cycle? What is it about men, period, especially us as Black men, that we seem to get into this pattern of thinking that it's okay to beat our women, it's okay to talk to them any old kind of way, it's okay that you're not a man unless you're doing X, Y, and Z. Why is it that becomes the cycle? It's a cycle that we just we can't seem to break. And so after this, I just want to get into this. What'd you say, Ro? What's the name? What's the bodybuilder's name again? His name is the Hulk, Kevin the Hulk Washington. Okay. Oh, that's the link. This is the link to the previously mentioned documentary. Research department. Thank you, research department. Okay. So I want to get into that. I'm hoping Ray will come on up in here so that we can get going. I know he said he was trying to take a nap and stuff. Nick, you ready? Huh? You ready? Okay. She ready.
Well, I've been ready. Let me tell you what happened. When you went to click out to start the show,
yeah,
my thing just said scheduled. It went black and said scheduled. So I kept coming out, come back in, coming out, come back in. Then I gave it a few minutes, and then I came back in, and I see you've been on for 23 minutes. So I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh, okay. Well, how about that?
Look, I've been in the same spot since before we started, before we went on air.
How about that? Okay.
Hey, guys.
Okay.
Hey, Nighthawk Network, what's up to you?
See.
What's going on?
So now we are just in this whole slew of things. How do we break the cycle, men? What is it? For those of you who are in the comment section, I want you to put down up in here what the T is, especially if you're a male. If you are male, what do you think the process is of how we can break this particular cycle? Because I'm tired of that being part of our narrative, because so many of us have it. So many of us have that narrative to where it gets to a point of, is it best to say that I'm from a single parent household? Or is it a rite of passage because we come from 2-parent households, but we have that damn dynamic? Because in the documentary, Kevin was explaining that he started, the whole reason what got him into bodybuilding was the fact that he wanted to get his body at a place where he was strong enough to protect his mom and to protect his sister. Because the mind frame was, I got to be stronger than him so he don't hurt us anymore. You know
Which
what I'm
is
saying?
another thing that goes on to the minds of Black men. Like, now I always got to be on the look because I might have to knock this nigga on his ass. Not just his father, but the man that he sees in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that he thinks is in his way, because that's what it'll build up to.
Right.
It started off with, I need to protect my mother.
Right.
Then, oh, is that nigga looking at me crazy? Oh, what he want?
Because it becomes a thing of disrespect, and the trigger factor is that's how daddy used to look at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So it goes from one thing about what may have been going on at home to trickling into everything across their life.
Across the board,
Therein lies what we have, what we've been systematically trained to not trust each other. It all ties right back into it. Because I couldn't trust my dad, so nigga, why should I trust you?
Right.
It's a vicious cycle. It's a very vicious cycle that it seems like is put upon our men. It's like, I always got to show you I'm this.
Yeah.
And remember, because you guys were raised, so I got to show you I'm this, then you don't want to get in touch with your feminine side. And then when you do get in touch with it, if you think anybody know, then all of a sudden it's the problem. Yeah. Because then it comes along with that stigma of men ain't supposed to cry. Stop crying. Stop crying. And it took me a long time to realize that too, because I used to do that with my sons. Use a boy, stop crying. And it wasn't until they got older that I realized, like, wow, what? That's building up all the damn anger. You telling them not to cry, suck it up, use a man, use a boy, suck it up. So
Right,
then when
right,
they explode on some damn body,
right,
because they have not been taught to what's that word? They've not been taught to express their feelings in a space where it's okay. So
right.
now everything is all built up, and now you're ready to whoop everybody ass. And the minute that you
Okay.
become vulnerable, because you know I always get on the ladies about that too. You always say you want somebody to be honest, you want them to be true, you want them to be this, and you want them to be that. And then the minute he's vulnerable with you, the minute you get mad, you all that punk ass shit. You was saying that when you was crying, and then like I don't get that
You
because
know what?
now we
That
don't.
whole
But now we don't
masculine
trust
shaming.
you or trust any other woman because when he opened up, I mean, we do know we don't like to say that we're different, but we are made up different. So if you have somebody to come up in that strongness of you ain't supposed to cry, you supposed to, and then you feel safe enough to let your guard down and let somebody know that you're hurting and you show that emotion, and then she take and use the shit against you. Now every woman after that gonna pay for the fuck with what she did.
Let me ask this question, ladies, and I need y'all to be very, very honest about this. Why the fuck do you do that?
I be asking ladies
Okay.
all the time because I think it's one of the
Why?
worst things we could
What
do.
is it about shaming him gets you off? Why do you antagonize a man like that to the core of his being with something so personal and
Right.
so that way to where you throw it back up in his face and then expect for him not to hit you?
And remember, I told y'all all the time, a reflex will fuck you up.
Okay, why is it that
Because that
becomes
usually
a problem?
comes with this, Meech. That's why your bitch ass was crying.
Yeah,
And then we
yeah,
get knocked inside your fucking head.
yeah.
Now it's, oh my God, I don't believe you hit me.
I need to understand that. And here's the other thing I need to understand. Why is it, and I'm gonna say it like this, because we usually get this from when you need to go into your ghetto bag and think that oh, I gotta keep it real. Why the
Mm-hmm.
fuck is keeping it real always make you want to neck roll and shit and get to a point where you feel to demean and dehumanize a man because he cried or whatever the case may be, that's supposed to be your answer. That's your ticket.
That just
Okay.
shows that the woman is, and because I can only speak from it from the lady side. And yes, ladies, when we on some fuck shit, I'm gonna call you out on it. Neither have I, Road. Neither have I. And I done been some fucked up situations where y'all know I done been done wrong. But never will I reveal what, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's vulnerability to me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I just can't, it's not in me to do. But that just shows, ladies, you ask for something that you don't really want. You say you want somebody to be honest. You want somebody to be kind. Oh, you could trust me. You supposed to love me. Why you can't trust me with whatever's going on with you? Because everybody's learning the lingo now, but you don't know how to use it.
Right.
You learned in the lingo, but you don't know how to use it. So, oh, you're saying it very well. Oh, baby, I'm here for you.
No.
I'm your shoulder. I'm your rock. You supposed to be, and he is supposed to be able to come to you, and all that shit, and vice versa. Life is beating our asses outside of our doors, especially a black man. Life is beating his
There's
ass
no
outside the back
reason
door.
when I
So
come
he
in
gonna
my
walk through the door.
motherfucking
Hold on.
door that I
Say
got to
it,
fight
bitch.
in my own
Say
motherfucking
it.
house.
Say it.
You understand? When I come through these motherfucking doors here at 39-6,
Okay.
there is no reason for me to be on the defense like I am out in these streets.
And then you
Look
wonder
at this.
why he goes somewhere else.
Ooh,
Because
look at
guess what?
this.
When he go down the street, around the corner, she's being his piece.
And not
Not the
P-I-E.
piece of ass. She's being
Right.
his
She's the
Peace.
P-E-A-C-E.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay? Because,
Ha!
and honey, see, there's been a shift in the atmosphere where the side chicks is concerned now. Please understand, because they know what the fuck you doing wrong at home. And they may not want them all day, every day.
Right.
But they know how to be his peace when he do come.
Right. Right.
And you said, I don't believe you was with that bitch. Why not?
Oh,
He came through that
bitch,
motherfucking
wait a minute.
door.
What you say? What you say?
I
Wait,
don't believe you was with that.
say it
Why
again.
not?
She said, wait a minute. What? Why not?
Why not?
I don't believe it. Why not? Why the fuck not?
Because when I walk through my damn door where I pay, and I'm talking about real men, the men that's paying the bills and being supportive and all kinds of shit, he can support you through every motherfucking thing. And the one thing he do wrong, now all of a sudden you showing your ass and acting like he ain't never did shit. And see, there's a difference, ladies, between a man who's down on his luck and an ain't shit man.
And I ain't shit, man. Say it, girl. Okay, I'm gonna solo you on that. Teach that one.
Yeah, I need to teach. Okay,
Yeah,
let me teach the
I'm gonna
children.
solo you on that one. Give them that because I'm gonna
What
come
I
in right
mean
behind.
from this, ladies, if you don't understand, if you had this man, you've been with this man, you and this man been rocking out, he's a good man. It might not be no, and see, that's another thing too, ladies. A good man is not no man with a whole bunch of money and all kinds of stuff. That's a plus. A good man is a protector, a provider, somebody who is going to rock out with you no matter what. And you are supposed to be the same for him. A ain't shit man is when you met him, he wasn't shit. You done live with him, you let him live with you. He done spent up all your money. All he do is sit in the house, play the goddamn game all goddamn day. And then one day you get an epiphany like, oh my God, these niggas ain't shit. Nope, he wasn't shit when you met him. That's your fault. But when he's been all those things that a man and a husband or wife or whatever, we're going to vice versa it because we want to include everybody. However it is, whether it's your man and your man, your woman and your woman, man and woman, however it go.
Like I said, keep.
So when they have, the job done laid us off, and then here the fuck you go with the neck rolling. Bitch, was your neck rolling when he was coming in there paying all them goddamn bills?
Well,
was your neck rolling when he was handing you money to my here, baby, go do what you want to do. Go hang out with the girls. Go spend a weekend out. Y'all go do what y'all want. Was your neck rolling then?
Ooh.
See, we got to be accountable for us because we're out here screaming, protect our black men, protect our kings, and protect this. But you ain't protecting them at home. And then you mad when a little girl down the street popping her booty because see, she might not know how to cook and all of that stuff, but she know how to hand him it, roll his little blunt or whatever the fuck he do when he come in the house, give him a drink. She might not have cooked no food, but bitch, she probably ordered some. She gonna walk on past and shake her ass and not do nothing that's gonna give him no grief.
She gonna sit up there, and if he don't want nothing to talk about,
she gonna be the fuck quiet.
She'll sit down there and just she'll put her head in his chest and just rub his legs and be like, "How was your day, Daddy?"
Exactly.
Okay, and
rubbing his feet or rubbing his back. Now, y'all know I'm not touching no feet, but y'all know what I mean. I might get my back rubbed. I ain't touching no feet. Okay. I know you, but I ain't touching your feet. But listen, yeah, it is that, you guys. We had to take accountability of the parts we play in our relationships or companionships or whatever you in.
I feel it's a little bit of both. However, when I look at the children we are now producing, I question if it's truly in our best interest. Very good. Very, very. But let's look at that because, see, let's look at our generation of kids because, see, now we are our parents now.
Yeah,
okay?
We are our parents now.
We are our parents now. So let's look at our kids because, see, our kids are now producing grandchildren for us, right? So now let's look at that.
Your Lily's home.
Okay. So let's look at that because where did we drop the ball? Because look at our kids and then look at how they raising theirs. Which is why grandparents step in half the time. Okay. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. This is why I'm asking about the pattern because going back to this man thing about fathers, okay, or better yet, just other men. The men in your life that we end up patterning ourselves after, looking up to, or whatever. Those who have the most influence. But I want to go with fathers because most of us who have the fathers in the home, whether you were a two-parent household or start off as a two-parent household and then he became an absentee dad.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's how it started for my kids. And I guess me too. My dad absenteeism was Federal
Yeah,
college, though.
because
You know, he
he
had to
got
go to
into the
federal college
space.
a lot.
Uh-huh. That he got into a space where he doing his own thing and this, that, and the other, and yeah, he got kids. But where do we break the cycle of a man having kids just to simply say his dick work?
Mm, come on.
Do you understand? Because you brag about, oh, I got children, I got kids, nigga, I got kids.
Well, where
Well,
they at?
hell,
I'll never
what
see
you
you with
doing
them.
for them?
I'll never see you with them.
What are you doing for those children and caring? You know, that they and see, we end up creating a cycle to where if you're not there with the child, they end up becoming you in some kind of way. If you're showing them that you're a motherfucker out here, then they're going to learn that, or they end up hurting themselves trying not to be you.
Not to be that. Yeah, I think for
You know
me,
what I'm
that's how it
saying?
went. I was so busy trying not to be what was done to me that there are a lot of things that I missed. You know what I'm saying? Remember when I said, you guys, I've always been transparent about my 3 marriages, and I had to say that the second and third one probably shouldn't have never happened, but because the you know, the values that I did get when Daddy went away in college
Right,
was, you ain't no damn girlfriend or no baby mama, none of that.
right.
Only the wife counts.
Okay.
Basically, that's how the men on my father's side of the family work. That's
Mm,
not saying they don't have other women, but what they're telling us as the women in the family, only the wife counts.
right.
She's the only
Okay.
one that's important. So which made me to believe that I had to be a wife, whether it
Mm,
worked or not. If now I wasn't crazy enough to stay in those positions, but I still went and done that 3 times because in my mind, if I wasn't your wife, what the fuck am I here for?
mm-hmm.
And that was wrong. So I went so hard trying not to be what what happened to me with them not being around, that shit just backfired kind of. You know, I learned a
Mm-hmm.
lot and I've done a lot, but this is a conversation I had with Molly the other day. Well, not a conversation, I'm sorry. I text this to him. Now sometimes things just be on our brain and we want to send somebody a message that we feel like is for them.
Right.
So I text my baby. Nothing had happened. He had done nothing wrong. You know, since he came home and everything, he'd been there with the kids, picking them up from school, you know, actually doing work. He's been door dashing and stuff. He ain't doing no crazy.
Right.
And I said to him, son, when you feel like it's getting too hard and the enemies is playing around in your head, telling you need to go do some shit that's in the street that could wind you back up where you were, I'm going to tell you this from your experience and your brothers and sisters' experience. They're not going to remember that you guys had bad times together, but they will remember when you weren't there.
Right.
And I told
Oh,
him, and
that's good. That's good. That's
I
good.
said, and I said, the reason why I know this is because I listened to y'all. We were having conversations about the times when we had real hard times, and my kids thought we was having a goddamn ball.
Right.
Me and my best friend Noni, me and Noni was talking about it last week. She said, girl, we was making something out of nothing from way back in the day. And
See,
these kids have no clue.
no clue.
But they saw all the good times in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that hurt me to my chest, and y'all, this ain't even no dig or nothing. This is just me being transparent. When I was talking about one time we went to the shelter, right?
Mm.
And it was because our landlord had sold the house, didn't tell us it was some real shady shit. I had money to move. I had like $7,000 in the bank. Y'all know it ain't a whole lot, but it was a lot back then. Had it in the bank, had it to move, but we didn't have no time to move. So my mom and them was like, if you go to the shelter, you know, they'll help you or whatever. And I said, but I just feel like if I have it to move, I feel like I would be abusing that. What if one day I really,
Uh-huh.
really need it? I said, so I'll go, but I'm going to be actively looking for a house. I'm not going to be waiting for them. I'll be actively. And I said to the kids, remember when we went and I was just crying? We was only there for 3 weeks. I was just crying and crying. And y'all was having such a good time. She said, Mom, we had a good time when we was there. I never had a problem with us when we was there. She said, but you know what I remember? I said, what? She said that Daddy dropped us off and he had a place to live and he dropped us off at the shelter. That's what I remember. And the thing was, I didn't even remember that.
Wow.
I had completely forgot that Brian took us.
Wow.
So this is where you know your kids will be affected by things. So I felt like that word came on me to say, They will remember the times that you just was not there.
Wasn't doing it.
But the times when it's hard times and you got to make a way out of no way, and you in there making oodles and gourmet oodles and noodles. Hell, you done made them the chi-chis you made in jail, but they good, and all they know is Daddy made this for us.
Right.
They will remember that and be laughing and having a good time about that. But they're going to be mad when they start remembering that your ass was when the times if you go back that route and getting locked up, because now they're starting to be old enough to realize you wasn't there.
Right.
So we gotta think about it, y'all. We gotta think about that. And I don't think enough. I'm not just gonna say fathers, because we nowadays these mothers ain't too much of shit either. Let's give it a little bit of equal opportunity rights around here.
Okay. Our parents raised us to be independent and strong. Several of today's parents seem to raise kids to be entitled and dependent on the universe to provide them with little to no consequences for their actions. You know what?
That's the truth. Remember, we was latchkey kids. Remember me talked about that before.
Here's the other thing to that, because see, not only are the parents doing it, but our society has done it as well. With the onset of technology and care, we have become so self-sufficient. And everything is at a click of a button, and you could do this and you could do it. Hell, I ain't even got to be home to see if you done came home. I got the Ring app on my phone.
Remember, I said that now. Like, yeah, I could tell who the fuck you got. I know you ain't just bring such and such in my house. You better go tell them to get the hell out.
And I don't have to be home to keep an eye on you anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, now imagine this. Okay, imagine this, because when I think about this, it still upsets me, child. It upsets me, and every time I think about it, I want to go whoop this bitch's ass so bad.
What happened?
Remember back, I talked about this before, back a few years ago when there was a fire in the house, and I think the mother and the auntie, they had left. And when they came back, 5 kids was killed in that fire. And one of them said, well, they ain't had no business paying with the matches. And then the other woman sat there and said, I wanted my food stamp card burned up. It was in my purse. She said that on TV, bitch, on the TV. When I tell you my blood started curdling.
And that's what the fuck you thought about?
Them babies are dead, and the only thing that came out your mouth is, I hope my food stamp card didn't burn up. I said, you crackhead bitch.
Yeah, because y'all was going at what you really should have been was charged.
Oh, and I think they were eventually. I would love to hear the follow-up on that.
Now, I want to speak on what he was just talking about when we talk about the entitlement. Here's the other side of that, because these kids are acting like they so entitled they ain't got to work for nothing. But here's the other side of that. Those palm color kids don't have to work for nothing. They are entitled.
You know.
Am I lying?
Did you say the palm colored kids?
Yeah, because over on TikTok, white people get offended when you call them white people. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. So,
well, we're calling the pink children.
Pink children, palm color. The one lady I watch her all the time, she called them envelopians. I said, now you know what? So think about the fact of all those children who come out of the generational wealth part. They are entitled. They get to act like that and everything. Our kids nowadays don't really know the struggle. So they acting like that too. But then when you look at the flip side of it, had we been given what we supposed to be given, they could be entitled too. I still wouldn't like it. But look at the unfair shit of it all.
Right. Well, I'm in a position now to where I want to make sure that everything that we're doing is to break the cycle.
Right.
Men, I do not like the term toxic masculinity, because I don't think that masculinity is ever toxic. What I believe is that it needs to be it needs to be reevaluated. It needs to be redefined.
I think
And
toxic is toxic, no matter who is it. That's how I
huh?
feel. I feel like toxic is toxic, no matter like toxic masculinity shouldn't be singled out
Right. Because
because toxic is toxic.
right. But see, but a lot of times, what folks are considering to be toxic is what I consider to be uber masculine. You know, you so much of a
Mhm.
man to where shit can't. I put in the description. You so much of a man, or trying to be so masculine to where to call you a chauvinistic anything is too soft of a word because you're not even chauvinistic anymore. You just become a fucking Neanderthal.
Wait, but remember when that was the worst of the worst. You call somebody a chauvinistic pig.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
mad chauvinistic pig.
yeah.
That was like cussing them all the way out.
All the way out, honey. Oh,
They
that
done
was a
got so
necro.
far past that. That's just like saying damn in a sentence.
Right, right. But a lot of times, again, going back to how the 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 hierarchy of it is, because men are just wired to do a certain thing, and but the question is, how do we break the cycle? Because I need to come up with solutions. We talk about it all
But
the
let me ask
time.
you
You
a
know, this is
question.
this.
Let me ask you a question. Because I've heard this over my years a lot. They said women think or solve things with their emotions and men do it with logic. Do you think that's true across the board?
I don't think it's across the board. I think it's true in some instances, but no, I don't think men use logic. Men are stupid. Okay.
Because it always comes off like, oh, that's not logical, and you women go off your emotions and it don't seem logical. What the fuck do you mean?
No, a lot of time women will be the emotional crutch
Hmm.
because they hit. You know, their explosion is because of how I feel right now. You
Right.
know,
Hmm. Hmm.
but what ends up happening is, see, that emotional crutch will play the what if game in 2.5 seconds. Okay. Because it's like, have you thought about what the fuck it is that you're doing? What would my kids would sit up in here and this and then, you know, and you have that
And do
trip
because we've run through every scenario in our head.
because we run through it. Men don't like to think like that, okay,
Right.
unless they're in the streets. See, because now you're trying to, that whole
Prevent
protection
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, you gotta say, well, if this was one, if I did this, and then what if they came over here? So now that's what, yeah, that's logic.
Okay,
But in the home, and we talk about relationships, companionships, and shit like that, I don't get it.
men, and this is just how I've been able to function as a man and watching it in the streets. Men are dumb and stupid, and the whole logic thing is they men are looking to do shit to where they're not getting caught. And if I got to whoop your ass, I need to make sure I don't go to jail for it.
That part,
Okay,
because then
that's
the motherfucker will whoop your ass and then put a guilt trip on you.
right.
You
And
gonna get me
all of
locked
that,
up, bitch? Did you just black my
right.
eye?
And all of that is where a lot of this bullshit come into play. You know, it comes into play, and so it's not always logic. And then here's the other thing: men are just as emotional because what men are calling logic is motherfucking masculine emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody look how dudes act when you okay a man come up. Hell, I don't know you. This is your man or whatever. I see a fine ass woman. Hey, baby, how you doing? And then here you come. What the fuck you doing? Excuse me.
She was standing there by herself, sir.
She
I
was
didn't
standing
know.
there by herself, number one. What's my scene in the Five Heartbeats? This thing sitting up there, okay, Googling, can I gauge the digits and
Everything.
blah,
I
blah,
got
blah,
to
blah, blah.
fight for the love
But
of my
I
people.
got to fight to prove my love. Okay.
But her ass up there with my uncle and them saying,
But
kill
her
it and
ass is,
burn it. You just
she the
kill it and
one.
burn it.
She the one. But what made him think he had to, every night he got to fight to prove he loved her? No. You ain't proving that you love her. You sitting there proving that you ain't no punk or you can't
Right.
come up in and see and that
There it is. There it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
oh, I just had a moment. I'm sorry. 'Cause-
Because I said, as soon as you got, I said, that's it. Because who you trying to prove to? Because it ain't really her. You trying to prove that shit to yourself.
To yourself and to every
And the
other man in there.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it ain't about her. If she love you already, boy, she don't care nothing about that bullshit.
Oh, I ain't no punk. Oh my God, I'm so sick of men saying that bullshit. What the fuck is that? I ain't no punk. Ain't gonna go down like that. Well, how in the else? What? What? Cause right now you just bumping your motherfucking gums right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then even if you wasn't just bumping your gums, if you come up on that rah-rah shit, for what? You didn't assess no situation. You ain't see what was going on, because you could still be a man to come up and say, "Oh, excuse me, brother, that's my wife. You got what's going on?" You know what I'm saying? And then not have to worry about going to jail or showing your ass or embarrassing her.
You know what? See, for me, and this is why I'm always saying that I'm too soft, or because it's the gay thing. It's always something. For me, something like that. And I feel as though you trying to enter, you come in about there. All it took was a simple handshake. Hey, how you doing? I'm so and so. This is my wife.
That's it. And let me tell you something, because a real woman is gonna appreciate that so much, because all that other shit would embarrass her.
Exactly. Okay,
come out here and show your ass that I can't take you nowhere. we went through that one time. Me and Peter, we at the we at the restaurant, right? And the little waitress there, we wasn't at no, Peter was a chef, so we used to go to really nice restaurants, but we wasn't at no nice restaurant. We was at Friday. Okay. Because we was out like on City Line Avenue in Philly, and we got hungry, and we was like, well, we might as well stop right now, because he loved them love them breadsticks. And the girl, I don't know I guess the girl thought that he was this, that, and the other ball or whatever. Because now I will tell y'all, I was real fly that night, and I did have that $3,500 pocketbook on my arm, which I even told my husband, you spent too much money on that shit, and it was too fucking loud. I like designer stuff, but I don't like the stuff that everybody knows what I have. So he bought me that bright ass patent leather red Louis Vuitton satchel. So, and the girl came and she was like, "Oh my God, that is beautiful." I was like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, yeah, my husband got it for me. They always doing too much. We just having a little chit chat. Next thing I know, every 5 minutes, this heifer is over there just skinning and grinning all in his face. And I looked at him. I said, "Don't you get the girl ass whooped in here? Look, this ain't no big deal. This between me and you. Right. So I'm gonna need for you to not pay her no mind, cause she gonna get you fucked up in here, okay?" He started cracking up. So I remember when the meal was done or whatever, and he said, "Babe, you gonna pay the bill?" I said, "Yeah," because I would carry his money, because Pino's one of them people don't like to carry wallets. And always got a lot of fucking money on. He old in the brain too, don't really trust the banks and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So, I paid for the thing, and I know she probably thought that I was going to be smart and not tip her big, but I tipped her bigger probably than what he would have. Bitch, don't do that, because I ain't got to show my ass, because guess what? He walking out his door with me. There's no need for all of that, because, baby, I'm the queen of petty, and I ain't got to show my ass to be petty. You don't even understand. I think I'm about to, that's probably my next degree in pettyology. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Okay, don't make me throw the towel on you. Don't you make me throw the towel on you. You see, I'm looking for it. Where's my towel?
The older I get, the better I get at it. It's that rite of passage that we get as we grow older.
Right.
Your petty level go way up, but it's so much more elegant. The older you get, the more eloquent it gets. You can read a bitch about. They can go home and it be the next day, and they don't even realize what the hell you said. It's the next day. It's plotting on the day. That bitch just read the shit out of me last night. Okay. But yeah, you don't have to be. It doesn't have to always be from the man or the woman. That's when the maturity come in, because there probably would have been a time when I was a young girl, probably a teenager, something like that would have happened, and I would snap clean the fuck out. Like I did. Case in point, I did that when we were in Germany. Little German girl leaned over, put her butt all up in Brian's face to reach over and get her coat. And before she got it all the way up, she was stretched out on the floor because I knocked her clean the hell out. Sure did. But I was only 19 then.
Right.
You know, the difference between me being 19 and me now is so much different. I know how to handle it now.
Right. Okay. That part.
Come on, men's. We
That
got to get it
part.
together. Where's the men's?
Well,
I don't love men's no more. What he said.
listen, hold on. Okay, let me play this because this is going to segue into the next phase of this as far as
Okay.
understanding men.
All right.
Because the question is, are you someone who feels as though that you must be married in order to feel complete? Or
Mm.
are you someone who feels as though that being single is not in your makeup? Okay. I'm gonna play this clip. Now, if you're watching
Okay.
this and if this clip is no longer here, if you're watching this in the playback, because right now, those of you watching it live gonna catch it. If you're
It's because
watching this in the
Facebook and
playback,
YouTube was being petty.
you know, this and the other. But this is a quick clean. But let's do this.
Looking so beautiful and so wanting God to give you that answer. And then the Lord began to say to me, look at your own life. And I had to start looking at myself. He said, you a sister and you attractive, and yes, people come after you. And God began to say to me, he said, you know why there's more pain for women that are single than it is for men? He said, because according to the Old Testament, men, after they project themselves and they get a release, they what they've lost is strength. So every time they sleep with a woman and that woman is not their wife, they're losing strength. But see, every time a man sleeps with us, we're getting a deposit. Now let me help you with something. See, understand something. If in fact that the scripture lets us know that marriage is not going to the courthouse and standing in front of the altar, our mates are chosen in the spirit realm. And I don't know about y'all, but when I got my divorce, I went to court, and the judge said to me, he said, was this marriage consummated? And you know, me being slow and from the ghetto, I leaned over to my lawyer. I said, that's a big word. What does that mean? He said, it means, did you have sex with the man? And I said, well, yes, I did. He said, then it was consummated, which means it doesn't matter that you got a piece of paper. Once you have had sex with a man, then what happens according to the realm of the spirit of that man steps in your body. Oh, y'all better come on and see this thing. And you all become one person. Yeah, come on, listen at this. You become one with the person that you have slept with. And I was sitting there and I was asking the Lord, and I don't like it when God do this to me. And I'm sitting over there and I said to the Lord, I said, but why am I not married? And he said to me, you've been married too many times. He said, every time you slept with somebody, you married them, and that person became your husband. He said, but what your problem is, you got married to all these men, but you never divorced any of them. And y'all, I gotta teach this. I feel bad because he was ministering to me over there, and I said, but why am I not married? He said, you're not married because you're not single.
Hold a damn minute.
Yes.
Because you're not single. Because at first when you said you was going to play the clip, I was like, because for me, we so caught up in what society say marriage is. But we didn't have them courthouses and all that stuff back in them books that everybody want to talk from. Marriage was the person that you said and they said, and you two were together and told God that I love you and you love me and we together. That was marriage. That legal stuff is all for these people to be able to get money from you, whether you're getting married or whether you're getting divorced. But baby, I didn't even know you was going to come back in there that quick.
Hello.
I just did a video on that when we talking about, there was a lady who was talking about she had been celibate for like 10 years. And the guys went off on her. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's not a lie. everybody is not that sexual of a being, and everybody's not that tied to sex like that. And I was saying how for me, it had never been a problem to be celibate. I said, now people look at me and I tell you I've been married 3 times. You think, oh shit, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me. At the time, I thought that's what I was supposed to be doing. But you tell me, would you rather me have been married 3 times and had not having sex even when I wasn't together with them, even when we were separated, than another bitch who ain't never been married, but she done fucked 9,000 women. I mean, men. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell you looking at me trying to figure out what's wrong with me because I've been married that many times, but not looking at the big picture of, but she ain't slept with that many motherfuckers either.
Right.
But the motherfucker that you looking at, oh, she ain't not been married. What's the body count though? Or do you care? Because I care, because I do and have always known that that is the swapping of spirits.
See?
Those spirits, and then you're sleeping with them and everybody else that they slept with you and all kinds of stuff. So I've always been conscious of that. You know, us being the spiritual beings that we are, to be able to. And that's not for people to think that because I'm single, I want to be single. But baby, when she just said, you're not married because you're not single, that's a thing in here and in here. Because you ain't really let the other shit all the way go. You ain't divorced them motherfuckers from your mind and from your heart. And that's why. That thing hit my goddamn soul. Felt
that's
that
in
all
your
down
crawl,
in my
baby.
crawl.
I had to
It was
pause
all down
and I
in
had
my
to
crawl.
freeze because I need y'all to see. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go
And
here.
make sure you send me that clip because I need to watch that again.
Oh, and I'm gonna send you the whole thing. I'm gonna send you the
yes,
whole
please.
thing.
That
Because
thing was woo.
that there is well, she's now Dr. Juanita Bynum, and that there is from the series. This is the series that made her who she is.
Okay.
Okay, this is called No More Sheets.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because y'all know I don't listen to that many, you know, when it comes to the preaching and the sermon and stuff like that. But when you get somebody,
no, but this one,
get somebody who know how to really deliver the messages for you to be able to receive.
This one here by far is one of those ones that I still use to teach from. I still use this, and that particular clip is the main piece that I love to teach. Okay, to start a teaching with or whatever, because oftentimes, and she goes on in here because there's another part where she say, you can't make room for the dude because you say, oh, well, touch me like this, hold me like this, slap me, beat me, spank me, choke me. She said, She said, no, you can't do that with the brother because you got a Christian man over here who may not be into that. You're trying to make him into what you had back there. As this marriage, you want to? Okay, so she breaks that down beautifully.
Yeah, because and you ain't letting him show you if he could please you in a different type of way. Yeah, you can. I mean, there's that thing where you guys can show each other how you need to be to that, but it's a way that you do it.
You know what? And I don't care how many times you had sex. There is something about when it's somebody who you want to have sex with.
Oh my God!
And not obligated to have sex with. When you're not obligated to it, honey, and it's somebody who you want to have sex with, it's a whole different thing. Now, let me put a proviso here. And I'm talking about where your heart, your mind, and your body become one in saying yes. In saying, yes, let's do this. Not because your ass is hot and you just want a good piece. Okay? Because you say yes to what I want a good piece. But when I say your mind, body, and your spirit and everything is all in alignment because everything felt so right. I tell this to men all the time, gay or straight, but particularly my straight men, because I'm like, listen, children, whenever you had your best times with a woman sexually, I said, I want you to think about it. I said, every time you sit up there and said, damn, I said, it's because she said yes, right? I said, every time you had where the mountains crumbled and the angels got to singing and playing the harp.
Them toes got the curling.
Every time you had one of those experiences, it's because she allowed it. She said, yes, we can do this. She said, yes,
Her
I
body
want you to.
felt totally different. It's a
Yes,
different situation. You can feel it like you, yeah.
exactly.
It's one of them things where you know when you know.
Okay. And so in this, when we talk about the idea of marriage, and I brought this up because there's a marriage seminar, there's a relationship seminar coming up
Mhm.
um, with one of the churches, the church that Red is affiliated with,
Okay.
Chosen Generation Outreach International.
Mhm.
What is it? February 11th and 12th, I think it is. It's a 2-day seminar that they're doing on relationships, and it's for everybody: marriage, single, divorce. And in putting this together, I thought about that particular clip because
Mhm.
we as single people always ask that question, why can't I find somebody? Oh Lord, how come and and I used to be one of them.
Mhm.
Especially as an alphabet children, because see, I got to compare myself to all of my friends. And y'all heard me say this before, child. Honey, you had the man on Monday, honey. Everything was good Tuesday. Wednesday, you're mad. Thursday, you broke up. Friday, you can't stand this motherfucker. Saturday, honey, you on the problem. Sunday, you done found another motherfucker. Talking about this, my man. I'm like, bitch, wait a minute. How did the hell did you just do what? How did you just do that? I'm sitting up here struggling, bitch. And
Right. There
okay,
be so many of things over there on TikTok, and there be some people that just don't be what we would normally say attractive and things like that. And you know what I put on them for, like when they saying, "Well, my man, blah blah blah." I said I would say something crazy, but guess what? I'm sitting over here single and she got a man, so I'ma shut the fuck up.
mm, okay.
Just saying, mind my business.
And all and we go through these particular changes because number one, we have allowed life to sit down there. You got your girlfriends, your mama, your grandmama, your aunties, and caring out why you ain't married. When you gonna get
Mhm.
the grandbaby? Blah blah blah. All the no crazy shit.
Not just that too, Mitch. Think about the other side of that. When you do have somebody, especially when you are married, and you got the older people telling you to stay in some shit that you shouldn't be staying in, because there's another people.
Oh, we're gonna come to that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
There's a yeah. But when you are, for those who are single and you are in that particular place of questioning why. Okay, you done made your list of what you want him to look like or what you want her to be. She got this, and he got the that, and he got the oh Lord, and you know, went through making this little list, honey. You done sat down and you keep praying. For those of you who are traditional prayer, Lord, send me my Mr. Right for me, and blah 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 blah. You're on that, okay? You're sitting up there, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yeah.
You're in your Humpty Dumpty, sat on the wall, and had a great fall, honey. And you're mad because can't nobody come and put you back together again. Well, bitch, hell, make a scrambled egg then.
Okay,
Okay.
shit, change it up.
Hello, honey, you still protein, honey. Hey. Okay. So the whole idea that it comes down to relationships. I always ask, and I tell this to everybody: when you come out of one and you find yourself single again, what do you do to enhance yourself? Do you sit back and really evaluate the relationship and take accountability for what you done wrong in it?
Now you know that now that comes down to what I be teaching.
Okay.
It's like when I'm teaching or I'm giving my lectures and stuff like that, it's one of those things where, okay, you're out of the relationship and you have to, like Medea said, and you got to make a list. Put on your pros on one side and on your cons on the other side, right? Baby,
Mm-hmm.
go down that pros list and you high five the shit out yourself for all those pros. But when it comes to the con side, you gonna have to look in that mirror and be honest with the bitch on the other side. And the only way you're going to be able to get better and move forward to being able to be in something healthier or just different or whatever it is that you need is to address those cons. And they're not going to come easy because first you got to say, yeah, bitch, you do. You got to look in the mirror and say, bitch, yeah, you do got a stink ass attitude. You want to fix this? We need to work on
Okay.
because the first part, how G.I. Joe and them used to say, knowing is half the battle. So once you
G.I.
come to
Joe.
that conclusion that you know that this is really messed up, and maybe if you change this, your situation, you ain't gonna keep dating or marrying or whatever that same motherfucker with a different face. Because that's what we tend to do when we don't change what it is about us. You get that same person that you had before. They just got
Okay.
a different face. So once you start doing that and you start checking off your cons and fixing that, and then you can move it over to how you fixed it over to your pros list. If you know, I always use the analogy of cooking. Baby, you know, and I'm not saying every woman need to cook for their man or whatever. I think a man need to know how to cook just like a woman need to know how to cook.
Hey.
But if you a young girl and you out here and you thinking that baby, fast food and take you out to dinner is not going to be something that he wants to do for the rest of his damn life.
Well.
Okay, so you can't cook. It's okay, baby. We in the age of technology. You know his favorite dish. Type that shit in Google. Google gonna tell you everything that go in that motherfucker. Go to the store, buy all the ingredients. Take your ass down to the YouTube streets.
Did you?
Type in lasagna or whatever the fuck it is that you want to make for him. And somebody on there gonna show you step by step how to make it. And that don't mean that it's gonna come out right the first time. But you put in the effort. And by the time you get it down pat, you going on to the next thing. And you're not gonna just, that ain't really for them. You're changing for you. And this is the thing that I always say. When you change your cons and you're doing it for you, you're gonna attract a whole different situation. Because you're not going to attract the ain't shit niggas that you thought you was attracting before, because your aura will not even pick up on them no more. You're not going to be attracted to them. You're not even going to look in their direction. That's like saying you want the, you know, the nice CEO man or the man who runs his own business and he's confident in this and that and the other, but you still going to the corner bar with Pookie and a man. He's not going to be there, dear heart. That's not where he's going to be. I'm sorry. You better take your ass to a goddamn museum, a play, or, you know, some kind of function that's other than the corner bar. Because every time you go to the corner bar, you getting Pookie again, just with another, you can just get, it's just going to be Ray Ray this time.
Okay.
You can't, what they say, you can't, what's his name? Marvin Sapp. For you to go, in order to get what you never had, you got to go where you never been.
Right.
His song said, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. And though I'm going to lose some friends, I got to go on my own. And God is counting on me, so trust and believe. You know what I'm saying? You got to step out of what you're comfortable with. But the thing is, you're not doing it for the next person. You're doing it for yourself. And when you do it for yourself, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to be so much more confident, and you will attract a different situation around you. And it's not just about the spouse you may choose. It'll be your friends, your family, everything. Everything going to change when you start changing your shit to the betterment.
Okay,
it's just going to change. But you got to be willing to say, like I said, you go look at, but you know you got a fucked up ass attitude. You don't got to cuss everybody out. Like,
right, not
can
everybody.
we think about that? Yeah, can we think about it before and then evaluate if they really need to be cussed out? Because I ain't saying you ain't gonna never cuss nobody out again. But what I'm saying is, it's that thing of we choose our battle wisely.
Okay, exactly.
Fix it, Father. If you want to ask the Father to fix it, that means you got to do it right along with him.
Okay, exactly. And there you have it, the children. And there you have it, the children. Okay.
And make sure you put your ass in that mirror and be honest, because ain't nobody there but you and you.
Listen. Okay.
Get butt ass naked and stand in the mirror.
Okay. Let me bring Red on up in here. What's up? And you and the dog. Okay, it's one of them days, baby.
Man, we over here fighting with this damn printer.
Oh, what's wrong?
Brand new printer, don't want to be hooked up.
Oh, is it Wi-Fi?
Yep.
Which series is it? Is it something that you need today or something that you need us to have for tomorrow? Because if you email it to me, I'll do it.
No, we just need a printer. We have a printer in the house.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant. Yeah. Hey, Red, guess what? Tomorrow we coming out. Not the world to know. Don't act like you don't like it.
Like what?
Don't be acting like that. You were supposed to start singing with me. I said we coming out. We want the world. Get on my nerves. He always
Wait,
messing
it's
up.
the dirt.
Right, we gotta put the
Well,
It's the dirt.
that that's
Wait.
not for me to be singing.
You ally. If they got a problem with it, tell them. I'm trying to be mindful that the pastors and them be watching, but you could tell them that I
You better
said.
be you, shit. Hell,
Look,
they can watch it or learn something, shit.
no, remember Pastor said that last time. He said, I seen the show.
Right,
I
okay.
said,
Listen, honey, we shoot from
I
here
said,
right here.
sorry.
I ain't, because it's me.
Look,
Hey, I'm not worried about that. You probably felt right at home.
Exactly.
I know. Remember he
I
told me that? That's what he said. He said, girl, you must don't know where I come from. I said,
Exactly. Hello, the children. Okay, let children. Okay,
mhm.
I don't know what happened to my phone.
let children. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Since you want to sing the damn song, honey.
Yeah, go on and play the advertisement. But not the advertisement, but the advertisement. Play the advertisement. Where the hell he go? Where he go?
I don't know, child. Knock yourself out. Okay. He didn't want to sing.
Come on, somebody can't be singing that. Why hell not? Everybody love a good Diana Ross song, and we'll punch somebody in their face. See, then I just say I won't go do that.
Okay. Anywho.
Yo, I just got freaked all the way out. Listen, I gotta show y'all this. I hope it don't change before I get to show you. Can I turn my camera around on here? How the hell you turn the camera around? No, I ain't want to cut it off. All right, I'll just show y'all. Can y'all see that up on my screensaver?
Oh, yeah.
No, but what freaked me out is this. That's the one on my wall. Screensaver on the TV. On my wall. Somebody in here playing with me.
No, somebody.
Smurfs in here acting up. I just looked up and saw it, and I'm like, whoa. We love owls around here, y'all. That's one of our spirit animals. Me and Cole. We have owls all over the place, but him popping up on the screen just threw me off a little bit.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was going to come in and add to what we was talking about.
Probably we'll give him a minute to reposture and to regroup.
Okay.
You know, when he turned the camera around, I think he's trying to get somewhere where he get better light or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, be that as it may, but I wanted to go into the whole idea because I want the comments. I thought the folks were going to get in the comments and really start talking about the whole marriage thing, about what it is about whether or not you feel you're single or if you're married. Okay, if you feel as though marriage is the thing. What about if you're divorced? How many of y'all are divorced? Sure. And either divorce is okay, I'm good, I don't have to get married anymore, or okay, I didn't do it right the first time. How do I do it better? You know, how can I? You know, or what? Or is it that the institution, we put too much into the institution because we really, you know, we really allow religion to fuck that up for us,
right?
You know, because a lot of times we have a lot of us are led by our faith, you know, and what God says and what the rabbi said and this, that, and the other, you know, being excommunicated from the church if you get divorced and all that kind of jazz.
They still do that to people?
Yeah.
It is 2022. How you gonna get
Because you're not following the standards of God, honey. I mean, hell, look,
More than
now,
half the church ain't following the standards of
listen,
God.
now that gay folks can get married, I mean, hell, that done got real popular as far as, being
They get
excommunicated.
excommunicated too
Child, well,
if
no,
they get a divorce.
huh? I don't know
If,
about the Catholic. The Catholic Church just don't marry them, period.
oh,
Okay. But, there,
I
there
don't know
are
why,
this,
because most of them
those
is gay.
particular man-made little do-wah-ditties with it. We have a lot that's at stake here. A lot of people believe, that their spirits and their souls are going to be damned to hell if they get divorced. That's which is why they put up with a lot of shit. Which is why we have boys who grow into men who end up cheating all the time because they're not happy in the marriage.
So here's the question about that. If people really believe that, but then you also listen to like when they when we have like lectures and stuff and say God was breaking apart something he didn't want for you.
Right.
So how are you as a human going to tell me if I know everything and my spirit is telling me this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing?
Right.
Who are you to tell me what God has told me? If God has said, how many more times you want me to send you? How many more times you want to wind up in an ambulance or you about to be on your way to the morgue? He done sent you signs to leave. So then you're going to tell me as the pastor or the imam or the rabbi to tell me I'm supposed to stay in that and keep getting my ass whooped?
Right.
Where does that even fit? So God want me to get my ass whooped. That's what you basically saying. God want me to be emotionally abused. God want me to be sitting up there and just taking this and taking that. And how? And I'm talking about whether it's the woman or the man. But then you tell me God is a loving God. How? That's where you got all these people confused.
This is a lot of it. See, when we talk about the institution of marriage, and I've never been married, so okay, this here, I've had I've had one long-term relationship, but that was a fantasy. It was a figment of my imagination. Okay, because of what it was, child.
If you
Look,
was
man.
married
Hey,
according to that lady, you was married.
Look.
Okay.
I done rode in a lot of damn trucks. I done rode in a lot of cars, but I couldn't compare the cars to the trucks. Just because I rode in a raggedy truck don't mean when I got in my new car, it's a raggedy car.
Ooh.
Or I get in another truck, it's another raggedy truck. See, that's the problem I got with women. You got a raggedy marriage, so now every marriage and every nigga married raggedy.
We was just talking about that before you came in here. Because
don't judge me by the motherfucking dick you shouldn't have been sucking.
Come on. What Cat Williams say? You keep on talking about somebody, all these niggas ain't shit. Well, what the fuck is it about you that keep on attracting all these ain't shit niggas? Bitch, you need to look in the mirror. I just talked
use
about
the ain't shit magnet.
Exactly. Get your ass in the mirror and change that motherfucking shit, bitch. That's you. That's not them.
Okay. I encourage everybody that's tuned in tonight. If you see something that doggone flips your eyeballs, that makes your heart pound, or motherfucker makes your drawers drip, or your motherfucking pants get tight, you follow that motherfucker home and you see who birthed that son of a bitch before you motherfucker make a commitment.
You better say it. You better say it. Say it.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Okay. Here's
y'all better
like
start
part of
getting
the
to know
conversation
motherfuckers before you start jumping into shit.
Well, a
stop
lot of,
saying you want a
but you know
relationship
what?
when that ain't really what you want.
This motherfucker
No,
slow down everything.
No. A lot of y'all heard me say this on a number of occasions. That people don't want relationship these days. They want
companionship.
They want
and then if it
companionship.
turns
They don't
into a
want to do the work.
relationship, then so be it.
So
Like you
be
just
it,
said,
but they don't want to do the work that is required for relationship.
That's the problem. The earth has really birthed a plethora of lazy motherfuckers in every motherfucking aspect of life. You don't want to work. You don't want to put in the motherfucking relationship work in the motherfucking domestic goddamn part of your life. Hell, you don't even want to you rather go shopping and buy an outfit versus wash your clothes.
Which means your ass is so damn immature and it don't make no motherfucking sense. And stop thinking, see, and this is another thing, especially, and I'm talking to the people that are older like us, let's say 45 plus, right? 45 plus. You are if you are single and you are above these ages, you're at a place in your life where you kind of know what you want. And if you don't, that's on you, motherfucker. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but you need to go work some shit out.
Right.
But you kind of know what you want, or you at least know what you don't want. Because sometimes I have that issue. I might not know exactly what I want, but I know what the fuck I don't want. I can tell you that. I can absolutely tell you that. So stop saying yes to things when that's not what you want. We know that we busier than a motherfucker, right, Mitch? We're going to school, we're going to work, we're building businesses, we're doing this and doing that. You can't get with a motherfucker who wants to be clingy and be up under you all day, every day, and don't know how to handle this. That's your fault if that's what you choose. That's nobody's fault but yours. And it's your fault because you didn't get to know them to know that that's who they were.
I was just going to say that because at the time that they showed you they were clingy, honey, from the time they said hello.
Yep.
By the time y'all had a good 15 minutes of interaction, regardless of how the interaction was, you knew all about what you needed to know if this is going to work or not. Okay. Then they get persistent and they wear down your defenses. And then
then you done fell for the damn shit.
Okay, let me try it. Now, every blue moon, honey, there's an exception to that rule. Every blue moon. Okay.
You know what? Stop going into relationships looking for what's wrong.
And if you take the time to get to know the people
that
you're talking to, Nikki, you will know.
Nikki, for real. And I'm going to put this on a 75-25 basis. And I'm going to have to get them drop the bag on the back of the women on the 75 side. Okay, stop going into the situation looking for what's wrong. Stop it. He ain't got nothing to do with the nigga that choked you 10 years ago.
I did. That's what I'm saying. Like, because y'all know I be hard on the women the same kind of way. You cannot take out on the next man what the last man did, nor can the men.
You're going to be a miserable motherfucking cobweb coochie having ass bitch if you motherfucking walk around man bashing and motherfucking acting stupid all your life because you had a problem back in the past.
Exactly. That's why I said when you come out of a relationship before jumping into something else, how about you get to know you and know the parts that you played that fucked that shit up, or the parts of you that you want to make better so that you don't make those poor choices no more.
Exactly.
You jumping into something so fast. I said this to my uncle the other day, and it pissed me off because one of my uncles, y'all know I'm older. I'm older than two of them. And he just got out of some crazy shit. Like maybe not even 2 months ago. He's calling to me some, because I got to get home to my girl. I said, what girl? He said, because after all, I said, I'm about to get off the phone with you. I said, because at this age, you keep jumping into the same stupid shit. Like, I don't even want to talk to you right now.
Right.
You too old for that. Have you ever spent time with your fucking self? And I don't mean, because it's a difference. That's another thing, y'all. There's a difference between being by yourself and just not having nobody.
Yeah.
Do that make sense to y'all?
Okay.
Because if you're being by yourself because you want to make you better and you're trying to get to know you so that you know how to expect certain things from other people or what you won't allow around you and all kinds of stuff. But if you are by yourself, but you still by yourself looking for somebody else, you ain't doing nothing to work on you. You wasn't never by yourself.
Watch a couple of videos, and then in the morning, I'm going to have it up and running. All right?
What?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let me take a little commercial break at the moment.
Okay, good.
And I'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Let me wear my starting out start here.
When I'm walking down the street, people are looking at me. What they see is a masterpiece created by the King. I am different by design, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I may not look like you and you me, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare
you tried Big Rob Popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and Sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in an FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at Hey Big Rob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob Popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
Okay, black on. Get into it. Black on. Look at that David Ford right there. That's his thing. Black on. He don't know Tom. Look at that David Ford. That's his thing. He don't know Tom. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, I can't see the demons. I can't see the demons, but I can see the light.
We are creating black luxury across this country.
Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. All right, now we are back. Darlings. Listen. Let me ask this question. And for those of you who are internet savvy, for those of y'all who are social media carrying on, those of you who feel as though this has consumed your life, how did you allow yourself the opportunity to get upset over a fucking Facebook Messenger group?
Huh?
Let me explain.
Okay.
I'm involved in a group, honey. It's smut, and debauchery and things, right?
Okay. All right.
But the creator of the group,
Uh-huh.
the moderator of the group, both are older than me.
Oh. I was about to say we a little old there,
But
but
you say, oh, and when I say older, I'm talking like they got me like 6 or 7 years.
oh, okay.
Okay. Now there's another cat that's in the damn group. I'm not exactly sure how old he is. I think we're about the same age. Maybe he's a little slightly older.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why is it every time we turn around, it becomes this whole petty thing in the group and they start arguing, right? And it's only pictures. It's pictures and videos. It's smut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why in the hell are you sitting up here arguing over pictures that ain't yours? Why? Wonder why, wonder why, wonder why. Why are you in the... And I had to tell him, I said, bitch, y'all older than me. How in the hell y'all done got into this whole name calling, do-I-diddy, over a fucking Facebook Messenger group? Over pictures that you done stole from the internet?
Not that you done stole from the internet. Y'all mad about somebody else's pictures because I'm trying to
You
understand.
reposting shit. Now, just now, I'm sitting up here looking, because I'm saying, okay, so-and-so got, okay, we got so-and-so done left a message, right? I'm like, okay, so I'm tapping in, trying to clean the stuff up so that it don't bing and ding and things.
Mm-hmm.
You arguing, who gave you permission to add folks to the group? Now, I'm like, you just got to fuck with this boy, don't you? Okay.
Y'all blacked up.
We blacked out.
No, we're fine. You was blacked out first, and then you popped back in. So, oh Lord, he done went out. Okay. Whatever he done did with that damn printer, honey, that printer's giving him all kinds of change.
Okay. It probably don't Bluetooth into whatever device he was just on.
Uh-huh. All right,
Yeah.
he's back.
So because there's somebody else in the group who decided to invite somebody else to the group.
Oh my son.
The guy who's the moderator. Just and said, okay, hey y'all, welcome so-and-so to the group, blah, blah, blah. So this other cat is like, who gave you permission to be adding folks? And I had to DM him. I'm like, you just got to fuck with this boy, don't you? Because you always, child, they get into the stupidest, pettiest, those shits of arguments. And I'm like, why do you do this? And at one point,
Okay,
he's like, yeah,
I need
right.
to understand something. Right?
Yeah.
You telling me there's controversy in a group of men arguing over dick pics?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I was on the same page. Okay.
But wait, it ain't neither. There ain't none of this. They took them off of the internet.
You know, you found them on Pornhub or whatever, so you posting pictures and little
You
clips.
arguing about some stuff the private parts that don't even belong to you or anybody in the group.
Right.
Oh, so it's like when they little kids in the car going down the street, and they like, "That's my Cadillac."
Right.
Yeah, okay.
You some motherfucking.
That's why I was like, "Oh, wait, before you even get it out of." And like, what is it? Does the other man like the moderator or something? Or he just
Nobody ever pointed at the Vega though.
They was missing their blessings, Ray. They was missing their blessing. They ain't even know.
Stupid. Apparently, I don't know if you like him or not, but what it is, I know at one point he told me, he said he just so extra. He always doing the most of it. It's just a group. I said, well, if it's just a group and you know this, why in the hell is it bothering you so?
That's why I asked if he liked them or something. Because you know how
You know,
sometimes they get nitpicky.
I had one guy, which he should have done. He left the group because he was like, why? It's another group I'm in. And this guy is 72. And he is constantly talking about his sexual escapades, right? And, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, when he talk about him, do he have his teeth in or out?
So, you know, and so he was, well, when he talks about it, he writes it out. So he types a little story. And this one particular cat was like, why does he do that? Why do you do that? You know, this is supposed to be a group and blah, 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 blah. And so Tommy sits up. He said, well, wait a minute, honey. This is a sex group, right? And I'm talking about my escapades. And if I wanted to share my escapades, I'm sharing what I did. This ain't what anybody else did. Y'all sharing pictures of other people. I'm telling y'all what I done did. You know.
Oh, so they get the pictures from somewhere else, and they showing them like baseball cards.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just want to make sure I understand.
Just trying to keep it up.
I didn't know if they was just like throwing one up there and they was racing to the motherfucking guy who come first. You know, so I didn't know what they was doing.
No, child. It's just those smuts to sit down there to just it's a picture exchange. You should put a picture up or a video clip or whatever, hot little clip, honey, make somebody hot and bothered.
Oh, so they'd be like,
okay.
Oh, well, I was at the meat market today and I saw this sirloin and it was absolutely fabulous. Let me show you.
Well, without the conversation.
Right.
Okay.
We'll just put it up there. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Click, share, boom. Okay.
And they argue over this.
Apparently.
Okay.
Okay, because what was the one cat, like I said, Tommy got the, you know, well, I'm
a sorry because he keeps saying the cat. So
right, and I set up and I said, okay. So I had instant message the one guy. I said, sweetheart, I said, there's no need to go back and forth with him. I said, because apparently it seems like the more you say something, the more outrageous he's becoming.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he said, yeah, I see that. I think you're right. I said, so let him have his moment. If we stop responding, it'll die down, which it did. But
right. That's if he closes his mouth, then there's no sexcapade.
No, what he ended up doing, he created his own group.
Oh,
okay.
He promiscuous.
And so now he sits up and every now and again because he deals a lot of DL men, but he'll post a picture when he
Oh, wait a minute. Meech, I got a new word.
Well,
he's picture miscuous.
I already knew he was about to. Why are you gonna leave me in here with him though? Why?
Oh my God!
Bro, I ain't did this in a long time. Really, I'm gonna knock you out if you don't stop making all that noise. Y'all ain't heard that in a long time, have y'all? Lily's home.
Hey,
you leave me in here with why y'all?
Because I need.
I be trying to make sense of this thing here.
There is no making sense to this because it's not because we're talking about grown ass motherfuckers who acted as if they were kids. Like just like let's take the baseball card analogy. If we were kids with baseball cards and so say, oh, I got this, oh, I got Reggie Jackson, but I got the Reggie Jackson with the blue suit on, not with the white and the stripes.
Well, I got Bo Jackson and Bo knows.
Well, I had the Reggie Jackson when he had the candy bar, and I kind of want that candy bar back.
I want that candy bar too. Again,
y'all want the candy bar? Y'all want Reggie? What y'all talking about?
Hey, have you seen him lately? Ooh.
Yes.
Anyway.
I just wanted the candy. I just
Right, the candy.
My fat ass don't even need to be needing no candy.
Hey, either way it go, you got chocolate and nuts in your mouth.
Okay.
Cakes and pies, cakes and pies. Okay, Reggie Jackson always had a big old fat, gorgeous ass, honey. Oh, anyway,
we was kids,
honey, but I knew a fat ass when I knew a fat ass.
You know, Meeks was the nigga that always wanted to play center.
No, I played outfield, honey. Left field, honey. Yeah. So I can catch a ball, honey, and throw it back.
Something wrong with me. I think it needs some Ajax in his mouth. Something wrong with me.
Where you go? Don't run, girl.
Touche, motherfucker. Touche.
Y'all know I ain't had this situation in a long time, so I'm trying to deal with the fact that it's a Friday night. She don't really have to go to sleep, but she's back, and I ain't had to yell at her in a long ass time. If you don't want somewhere to sit your ass down, you want to make noise, go upstairs in your room. She claims she's going to start sleeping in her room now.
Oh. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll see. Oh, okay. Mike laughing. Okay. So, you know what? Folks have gotten killed. We done seen fights on Facebook, you know, about Facebook. What you say on Insta, what you been saying, bitch. You know, you got all
I'm
that
still
stuff
trying to understand, why are you arguing with people on a damn social media app?
Okay.
Yeah, I know my temper, and I be mad, and I be ready to fight. So I'm not
Well, see, they gotta
get
get to where we all still live. You can speak your mind, but you live to see another day.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So when you argue with somebody on there, when you say, motherfucker, you want me to pull up? You want me to pull up? That don't mean get in your car and go shoot her. That means just scroll your screen.
Right. That's the when we get off here and make a TikTok, I'm gonna come and duet it with you. Because I think they need to understand that.
Just scroll your screen.
When they
that
say I'm gonna
gone.
pull up, it means I'm pulling up off your ass. I'm going the other way.
Swipe.
Left, right, up, down, whatever the hell. Start voguing if you need to. I don't fucking care. Just go here somewhere. Because I can't allow myself to get that mad at some shit that's on the internet. That's why I got the hell off Bigo. Because it got me ready to fucking turn.
I'm going to tell you something, though. I was finna get on this thing, right? I see everybody doing all this stuff trying to go viral, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then people getting into it, and they arguing, and they having back and forth the dozen wars. But you know what I haven't seen nobody do?
What?
Well,
you go to social media when you stalking people and you see all the information, and you see who they talking to and all that, or you see, you know what I'm saying? And you never think, hey, how about I use that to set some shit up? So I can go into a page, see a young lady, talking to a guy, and you see how they talking. It can be their significant other or their dating. And then you get his name and you click on his page and you ask, hey, you seen Shawty because she left her doggone purse in my house. And you put her name in there. And then you back up.
The older we get, the pettiness level goes.
And you back up.
You just don't even understand it. The level of petty that you get, the older you get. Oh, my baby. That's a good one.
Yeah, you want to start some shit? Let's start some shit. Because we see who really the most ignorant motherfucker who really got a real relationship.
And that's what I'm saying. Like when I was over there on Bigo, and how am I going to be positive
the whole
all day in the morning, and by the nighttime come, I'm cussing somebody out, and bitch, I'm about to get my son to figure out where your exact location is, because I know he know how to do it from wherever the fuck he at and wherever you at. When I start getting to that, I said, bitch, it's time to get off here. That money ain't even nothing that you need. Because you about ready to fight a motherfucker you ain't never met and not gonna ever care about.
ain't never met. Then it got your blood pressure all up and shit.
Yes,
And
I'm
then,
mad cussing you out.
you
Remember that
know,
one time and then cold up jumped in at 4 in the morning? Who the fuck? Me and my, I said, Mom, she in Georgia. I said, no. She said, well, tell that bitch we travel. I said,
okay,
I had to really regroup. Like, me and my baby about to take a flight to go whoop
a
somebody's ass
fight to
and
go
don't
whoop
mean a
somebody's
goddamn thing.
ass. Okay,
I
this
would have had to
shit.
get all that on video.
Okay, this is so that way. But wait a minute, and then, you know, they do these open ass challenges and stuff to where my mother was a prostitute. I'm trying to get the money, the scholarship. Have you seen
Oh, I
those?
seen that challenge. Oh my God. Like, what the?
Oh, you talking about
Yeah.
when they would
Okay.
get on there and they talking to everybody asking for money?
Yeah, and you supposed to be sitting there like my mother was out there. She was a
No.
prostitute.
And the mother
And
sitting right there?
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's it.
Jada
That's
did that to
supposed to be
Gigi.
that's
Jada
supposed
did
to
that
be
to Gigi. Where's it at? I need to see
the
that. It was a TikTok challenge.
Jada did that to Gigi.
Because they supposed to be reading like almost from a script almost,
They
but they
said
not.
she was a
right.
drug dealer.
Said she was a drug dealer and a prostitute and all kinds of she had to do what she had to do to get the money and stuff. And a lot of times it'd be either the older mothers or the grandparents. They sit there like, bitch, I wasn't no motherfucking prostitute.
Wait a
And
minute.
that's what happened. Gigi went off.
Child, I think the funniest one was with the woman who said she was the pastor or the evangelist or whatever. And the baby started off, hi, this is my grandmother, Pastor, and Pastor Beulah, you know, she proud, right? Yeah, Pastor, okay. And so the girl goes on. She said, "Well, we go. You know, the reason why I would like the $50,000 is because I want to change my life and everything, and it'll be so great because you know I had growing up and things. I had I grew up and my grandmother was a prostitute. No, the fuck I wasn't no damn prostitute, baby. I swear I was crying because she came straight up out that damn pastor shit immediately. You don't be telling these motherfuckers what the. What happened to the church? What? Wait, she said.
You seen that what Jada did to Gigi?
Oh, child, this damn.
When she was doing this, like, this is my grandmother. The reason I want the $50,000 because she used to be a drug dealer and a prostitute.
I need that one. Tag me in that shit because I need to see that. I want to see Gigi ass go off, y'all. I don't know why the fuck y'all keep.
But see, here's the thing.
I told y'all.
This stuff. I mean, there are moments where it's funny as hell, but at the same time, the shit that we go through to get the likes and to be called content creators, you know. And this is why,
I didn't know that was a title that I had. Did y'all know that?
What?
Apparently, I'm a content creator. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Over there.
Yeah.
I just read a message now that they're waiting for me to put up an ad. The ads that we make don't go on our pages. They go for whatever company it is. And once you reach in a certain amount, I think it's like 10,000 or something followers or something, they'll start reaching out to you. But I don't feel the need to do that because this is what I found out. Like we talk about the social media things and stuff, and it's a good segue. When they just put out the top list, like the people who make the most money on TikTok and stuff, there's nobody black on there. Although all the content is from the black content creators. You understand? Everything that they still like. There was this palm colored girl who had said the other day, "Don't
Go
leave."
ahead. I gotta go to the bathroom. We're right back.
The palm colored girl has said, "Can we stop just duetting videos when you don't have nothing to offer?" So I didn't duet it. I stitched it. I said, "Yes, we will when y'all stop stealing our shit and keep trying to pretend like you started it." The fuck? Like everything y'all do is us. Y'all stealing our dances, the way we talk, every damn thing that happened. And then, I did not realize that there are like people who are up in the hundreds of millions of dollars from TikTok. off the shit that y'all took from the black content creators. When they go viral for them dances and shit, they had to actually beg the people to acknowledge that one of them dances that was like the most viral one on TikTok, and the people who got credit for were 2 Caucasian people. And nobody's not saying that they didn't do it, because everybody takes it and they do it. That's how you do it. Everybody want to see who did it better or who did it different, who you want to see. I watch a million of those calling to the ancestor videos, right?
Right.
Because they all look amazing. But everybody else puts the first person from us. We put that first person in there. They don't do that. They just steal it. So you're not acknowledging who did it, and then you're making all this money off of it, just like everything else we have. We wear braids, they ghetto. They wear them as chic, it's high fashion. Our lips was big. Y'all was calling us monkeys before. Now y'all keep on getting shit all plumped up, plopped up, stuck in your lip. And Kylie Jenner had you believe if you just wear her lip gloss that your lips gonna look like that, bitch. No, they're not. They're not. And this is why Miss Rihanna has double, quadruple what the hell Kylie done made in the relationship. She's at the top of the Forbes list when it comes to young artists, young people at the top of the Forbes list. She's officially a billionaire now. Rihanna, not from her music, but from her product line. Which I might add, y'all know I don't know wear makeup and stuff, but I will tell you this: it's all natural, it's vegan. You can put it, you can use the makeup.
How about that?
They was talking about, oh no, because Kylie was #1 and blah blah blah. Well, bitch, I just did a paper one, and in 2021, Rihanna topped all them motherfuckers. She's now a billionaire and at the top of the Forbes list.
And there you have it. But see, you know what? Here's the thing. Because I'm hoping to get him to come on the show. This is Mr. Isaac Hayes III.
What's the name of the app?
Fan base.
I joined yesterday.
Okay.
I did.
Fan base is
they're talking
a
about that
black-owned
over
app.
on TikTok. Yeah, they're talking about that over on TikTok, saying that we should be over there.
Over there, we need to take. And I just saw him do a video just recently, to where there's a code. You could add your code to like all of your IG, and all your stuff from IG will double over on your fan base page.
Oh, okay. Because I uploaded my stuff from TikTok right on over there. And you have the opportunity to buy into the company. And they ask you right after you sign, after you do make your profile and everything, you can buy shares into the company right then and there. I'll do it just because it's Isaac.
Rose says she's on there as well.
Oh yeah, I got on there last night, bro.
I've been on there for a minute, but now when I get on these particular apps or whatever, I have not been able to utilize them to their fullest potential.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I didn't know you could. I didn't know.
It for me, and I guess because when TikTok started, it was just for kids. It's very easy to get through. Like you can figure out the stuff really quickly. When I got on Fanbase, of course, I didn't get on until late at night. And it doesn't seem as simple as like Instagram and TikTok, like the navigation of it all. So I'm gonna go back and it's probably later.
Stuff on there.
But what we have to do too, see, fan base is another one that's coming out too. Oh no, he's doing something else with fan base that's going to be dope. But those, this is the kind of stuff that we need to do because, see, just like you said, us trying to build this kind of stuff, we done gave all the coin over here. And imagine, see, this is what we have to understand too. This is the top earners. This is the money that they paid out. So what kind of money are they making that they paying out this kind of money?
Because, just like how we used to get the stuff over on Bigo, you can do to your creators who are allowed to go live. You can't go live until you get at least 1,000 followers. Because Cole made hers the other day. She said, "Mom, I got over 1,000 followers." I was like, check and see if you got a live button now. So once you get 1,000 followers, you can go live. Going live on TikTok is just like sort of not just like, but sort of like Bigo. People can throw you gifts and stuff like that, right? Now, what I did realize is their gifts don't amount to the same as like over on Bigo.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they have agencies or whatever, and you can make money by, like I said, I think it's like 10,000, they'll start reaching out to you to create ads. Like I did an ad for Alibaba, and you don't put it on your page. You upload it to the site that they want you to upload it to, so it could pop up anywhere. I might not never see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But about however many people see it or whatever, how it generate the ads and all kinds of stuff, then that's how they pay you. But then I also looked in our Discord and seen a lot of people complaining. I saw a girl that said, my ad has got over 1 million something views and all I got paid was $100.
Wow.
When they clearly say to us, you can get anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500, or 1,000 to 1,500 for your ads, depending on if you make however much. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe hers wasn't the Alibaba one or what, but what it sounds like is what they normally do. The black content creators, you're not paying them what you paying the other people. So now it's like, I said yes to 2 other ads, but I didn't do them yet because I heard that stuff afterwards. And I'm like, so I'm supposed to take time out of my day, make some ads for some shit, and then you want to try to gag me and not pay me my money? The fuck?
Right.
I'm giving you free advertisement? Oh, you better get the fuck out.
Right.
Oh, God. I'm pretty sure.
Well, listen, let's shut it on down.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, mine is on 4%.
Okay.
Because it was starting full time, so sorry, y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's not cute because I'd jumped up from this chair and I got to get out, you know. My what's the name chair is in round.
For spending that day for medicine. I just need to thank you.
Okay.
Because now I ain't feeling as bad in my foot, just a little bit in my hand, but I can't take that at nighttime because I can't.
Right. Okay. Well, here we go.
But you guys. So what are we doing? So are we just going to do some moments and maybe go live from time to time?
Yeah. For tomorrow, for the event. Yeah, we'll probably do it from our phones and just go live, do a Facebook or YouTube live. You know, so that we can.
Yeah, we got our phones and stuff. Yep, I'll go live from TikTok.
Okay.
If we all take one, somebody take Facebook, somebody take TikTok, somebody take YouTube.
Okay, that's cute.
You know, hold your arms up. You're over there choking. Are you okay?
Woo!
Okay, that's a yes. I'm about to say, you heard me. I'm here like somebody. Okay. Well, I am somebody's grandma. I'm like, hold your arms up.
You said what?
I said I saw you choking. I'm in here like the grandma. Hold your arms up.
Well, all right.
So we about to get
we're going to get ready for tomorrow. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we will be.
Hey, what time you and DJ gonna be there?
We said 8 o'clock.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how you gonna get your
Okay.
Your thing.
Oh yeah. Just bring it because I'll probably just do a Batgirl change there.
All right.
Yeah. Miss Mavis, honey, she's big enough for me to go in the car and I could just switch my pants out.
All right.
I'm cool with some jeans and some heels.
Yeah.
Because we went out church. Y'all wear vests and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, I told y'all somebody asked me again, well, you're not going to get no vest? I said, I don't want to look butch. I'm getting a jacket. I don't want to.
Hey, put in that thing. Everybody better have their vest.
What? I ain't got no vest.
Huh?
I ain't got no vest.
Why not?
I don't got no vest.
Huh?
I don't. I'm having my shirt on though. Look, ain't never get her patches and stuff on her vest either. So we gonna have our shirts on.
All right.
I'm in a hardship.
Y'all need y'all vest.
They don't work no more. I can't say that no more.
Y'all need y'all vest for certain things.
All right. Actually, I think I can get it probably by next week. What you got?
Tell your daughter stay out of the restaurant and buy the vest.
Look, she been backing up a little bit though, cause she got on that scale and it said some different shit. She said, "What?" Stuff day. She said, "Mom, I couldn't get my pants on." She said it was the biggest ones I had. I couldn't get them on. But she has pushed back for that motherfucker.
Tell her she gonna fuck around and turn it boy Beyonce.
Not Beyonce. Okay, you know what? On that note, that's gonna be it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get ready for tomorrow. If you're in the Atlanta area, you know we done already told y'all, honey, the Passionate Riders are making our debut entry into the stratosphere, darling. Okay, ride up and come on out and hang with us for a little minute. Because honey, the wings and stuff at this particular joint are off of the chain, honey. Okay, they are off of the chain. Okay, and y'all know we foodies. We foodies. So you know to tell you some shit. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so that there is that. Y'all see the Cash App running at the bottom. For those of y'all who want to be here but can't, or this ain't your thing, but you want to sponsor someone, you can do that. $ Passionate Riders. You see how the Riders is YRYDAZ Riders. Okay. And in the comment section, put Auntie Storm or Big Red and let us know that that's what that is. And yeah, bands are $10 a piece. So if you just want to make a general donation, you could do that as well. Passionate Riders is who we are, darling. And we're gonna let the world know how to be coming in here doing this a little differently. I've had someone ask, well, what kind of cars? I said we're an eclectic car group. We're not one that's saying, okay, we're all Chrysler Chargers or we're Impalas or whatever. No, we're not a specific kind of car. We're very eclectic. But
the world should be. We're not segregated.
Right, and we're very community based. So all the people who think that car clubs are drag races and stuff like that, that's not who we are. We're very community based. We want to give back to the community as well as build our syndicate.
Right. Okay. I love that word, the syndicate, honey. Okay. And that there is that. So, darlings, please come on out and join us. Have a good time with us. And this is our first one of the year. It's an introduction to the world to know who we are. So all of 2022, honey, you'll see some things that we got coming up that's going to shake it up because we do things a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. And yeah, okay. Oh yeah, because I'm ready to throw some hair on for real, honey. Okay. Okay. So be that as it may. So honey, we're gonna let you guys get back into your world, your MLK weekend. Okay, your MLK weekend.
Please do some service. Do some service.
Yes, and that's what I was trying to get you at the beginning of the show. You know, a lot of folks want to do all this partying and carrying on, which has nothing to do with MLK and his legacy. The whole idea, this is what Coretta Scott was saying, Mrs. King, was that the holiday should be about service. You don't necessarily have to take the time off your job, you know, because it wasn't about having a day off. It was about being of service to one another. And if you have the day off, this is the volunteer day, honey. Go volunteer, clean your neighborhood. You know, volunteer somewhere.
And you can probably look it up. There's a lot of places who will have things for that day. So if we haven't done it yet, I guess we could talk about that maybe early in the day before we start. And if we're not shut down, because y'all know Georgia is supposed to be a snowstorm.
Right.
If we ain't shut down on Monday, maybe it's some stuff that we can do.
Right. So we'll see and get all off into that. So, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished and you've been dishing tea. Darlings, honey, with Big Meech and the whole crew. We got Aunt Nikki and the big red fella, honey, the big guy right over there. Okay, letting you guys know that everything that we're doing over here, honey, in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we're doing will move forward. Okay, that there is where the whole thing of it is, honey. If you love us, honey, and like you do, honey, tell all your friends to come on in, like, subscribe, share. Okay. But if you hate us, baby, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies to like, subscribe, and to share to this channel. We do things a little bit differently over here, honey. We giving it to you the way it's given to us, honey. Okay, straight, no chaser, honey. Not being shady or cynical, darling. Okay,
It just is what it is.
and fierce. Okay, because we say what we say over here. Okay. So having said all that, my darling, we're gonna let you guys go. And wait a minute, I got the cue up because y'all know every time I try to do this thing, I get cue. Okay, here we go. I don't never have the thing in the right spot. Oh, that ain't cute thing to say out loud.
Gonna get finished like that.
Wow. See, live TV. Ain't nothing better.
Oh, that wasn't cute to say out loud like that, honey.
Get it how you get it.
Yeah, you better put the thing in the right spot.
Oh, child, honey. But what the hell? Sometimes the spot I put it in, it was better. Anyway.
Wait! Oh, my iPad about to die. Bye.
You know what?
Yeah.
You need some help. She said, "Oh, my iPad about to die." Bye. She's so dumb. Anyway, y'all, listen. We thank you, honey. So, okay. On that note, honey. Woohoo! Oh shit! I had to cough. Never mind. Fuck it. Okay, scene, child. I just fucked up the note. Woohoo! He gagged.
I gagged, honey. That was the wrong spot.